Welcome back and welcome to my April TBR. You may have seen on Twitter that I posted my blog post listing the books that I want to read in the month of April. As always, it's ambitious. I like having a nice pool of books to choose from. And again, I've divided it into April releases, possible May releases I might get to, and then other books that I really want to read. So if you want to always be notified of my new videos, then do click the subscribe button. I'd love to have you on board, and if you like my list, then please give this video a big thumbs up. I'm going to list some of the books that I want to read in the month of April, but if you want to know more details about them, then just click the blog post below because I've already posted it on there. Okay, without further ado, I have some of these books as physical books, and some of them I'm just going to talk about because I've got them as ebooks. The first one, I have my chapter sampler here of it, and that is The Woman at Number 24 by Julia Ashton. I loved her last novel, so I cannot wait to start reading this one. This one is released on the 20th of April. Then we have another book also released on the 20th of April, which you'll have seen me tweeting a lot about because I loved her last book as well, and that is Then, Now and Always by Isabel Broom. This one is much anticipated after reading her last novel. I just cannot wait to get stuck into this one. I'm definitely going to sit down and dedicate some hours to this one. Then we have the next installment in the Picture House by the Sea series by Holly Hepburn, which I do have pre-ordered on auto download for my Kindle, and that is Singing in the Rain at the Picture House by the Sea. If you've not heard of this series, I've been tweeting about it, and I think I posted a review of the first one. I'm not sure. If not, I might do a double review together. And then find the other thing, which is a short story, which is going to be released finally this month, is The One with the White Wedding by Erin Lawless. That one and the Bridesmaid series as a whole book bind up is going to be released this month, so I definitely want to read that one. Again, it's pre-ordered on my Kindle. It's going to hit it as soon as it's released. Then one that I am literally about to start reading is Spring at Blueberry Bay by Holly Martin. That one is released this week, and I am on the blog tour for that one next week, so definitely look out for my thoughts on that one. Then something which is released, when will I be posting this video? Released today, I believe, is The Futures by Anna Petoniak. This sounds quite interesting. It's set in New York. I've read the first few pages of this one just to get me into it, so definitely look out for my thoughts on that one soon. And another one which is released today is The State of Grace by Rachel Lucas. If you've not seen anybody talking about this one on Twitter, you really must have been missing something because it is all over the place. It is a YA novel about a girl who has Asperger's, and I am absolutely definitely looking forward to reading this one when it is released. And then one which I have already read, which I am also on the blog tour for. I'm on the blog tour for this one on Sunday, and that is The Secrets of Ivy Garden by Catherine Ferguson. I have already read this one, so if you want to see my review of it, watch out for that blog post on Sunday. And another one which I have already read, which I have a proof copy of, which was given to me by the lovely Zarina because she has a finished copy of it, and that is Doing It by Hannah Witten. This is the cover of the book that I was reading yesterday on the plane. I had an aisle seat, so this was literally facing out into the aisle, so I don't know what anyone thought. I don't really care what anybody thought, but I just have to show you. I think the finished copy is the same as this, but the inside of this one has all these wonderful like printed pages. You can see there's all sorts of lovely patterns on there, and they kind of do link slightly with what's going on in the chapter of the book. And it's a book about sex and what sex is, and what body parts it covers, and what emotions it covers, and sex and the law, and issues with rape and consent, and issues with the pleasure of sex, alcohol and sex. It kind of covers everything, and Hannah Witten's YouTube channel covers those same issues as well, so it makes sense that she wrote this book. And as I say, say I read the whole thing on the plane yesterday. Really enjoyed this one, so look out for that one. I think that one is also coming out today, very excitingly. And then possible May releases I may get to. Love the fact that I can pun about this. The first one is Noteworthy by Riley Redgate. You'll have seen my video on 7 Ways We Lie by Riley Redgate. I really enjoyed that one, and so I'm looking forward to reading this one. I've seen a few people who've read it already and they are raving about it, and I think it's about a cappella or show choir. It's definitely something to do with music, so I'm really excited to get into that one. And then another May release I may get to is The Last Piece of My Heart by Paige Toon. You'll see me talk about this one in the unboxing and book haul that I got from Simon & Schuster, and I'm finding it really hard leaving it to closer to the release date. This one is out on the 18th of May, so I'm definitely going to read it soon, if not this month. And then I've got a few books that I obviously want to add in that aren't necessarily April releases, but that I would like to get to. A few of them I bought when I was at home. So one of them is Nasty Women, which is a collection of various essays and accounts on what it is to be a woman in the 21st century. Obviously, this takes its title from what Donald Trump said about Hillary Clinton, and it has been crowdfunded, I think, and it's just a collection of essays from various different people, some of whom I've heard of, some of whom I haven't, and so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And I had to buy myself a copy when I was back because I don't think it's out over here. I haven't seen it anyway, so I definitely picked this one up as soon as I hit my first Waterstones. And then another one that I got when I was at home was Wing Jones by Catherine Webber. Again, heard so much about this one. I was looking for recommendations for YA when I wanted to read a lot of YA in February, and everybody suggested this one. And are you ready for these edges, these sprayed edges? How gorgeous is that book? It's just too beautiful. I almost didn't want to put it in my bag in case I damaged it, but I have heard a lot of good things about this one. I've not really gone into the blurb because I've just heard so many people say it's so good, and it's a YA contemporary, and so I like it, so we'll just give it a go. And then a few that you've seen me talk about in other videos of wanting to read and wanting to read and wanting to read. First one being A Song for Tomorrow by Alice Peterson. I did toy with taking this one away with me, but I wasn't sure I would have the time to dedicate to it, and I'd really like to be able to kind of sit down and read as much of this one at once as possible, so definitely on the April TBR. Another one which goes along with the Nasty Women, which I know I'll want to read once I read that one, and that is Girl Up by Laura Bates. I have a feeling that this is going to be quite a quick read, so I'm definitely going to try and get to it this month. And then another one which I saw so much of because it's just come out in paperback, so it was everywhere in the bookshops when I was out in the UK, and that is I Found You by Lisa Joy. I didn't get myself a paperback because I knew I had this beautiful hardback, and just seeing it so much in the UK made me go, why have I not read this yet? I bought it in July. I bought it in the UK and then brought it over to the US with me, and I even had it when I didn't have all of these books. I don't know why I haven't read it yet, so it is very much firmly on the April TBR, even though it has been on a couple of other months TBRs, but I am determined to get to this one. So those are a few of the books, just a few of them, that I want to get to in the month of April. Again, I've done a whole blog post to this one, so if you want to see any more details about any of these books, then you can click on there, and I will have reviews of some of the ones that I've read for soon. As I say, I've got a few of them coming up on blog tours soon, so I will probably have another video for you tomorrow because I've got so much to share with you at the moment. So I will see you then. Bye.